Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. So, this video is all about how to keep warm on a motorcycle. Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're enjoying this series so far and the channel. Please subscribe and hit the notifications bell for all the latest videos. So, in this video, I'm talking about how to keep warm on a motorcycle, especially going into the winter months, autumn and winter months. And also you can apply this process for, riding out in, rain or so on and so forth. So, first of all, the Scandinavians, love those Scandis. Scandinavians have a saying, okay? It's, there's no such thing as bad weather, it's just inappropriate clothing, and that's absolutely true, okay? If you're actually riding out and you just haven't got the proper clothing on, then you are going to suffer. You are going to suffer in the long term. Now, it really depends on you as an individual, of course. You know, are you the kind of person who feels the cold a lot, or can you withstand it as well? Also, what kind of journey are you going for? Are you going a really long journey or is it a short journey? You know, can you put up with a little bit of cold discomfort, for a short period, or, you're really going to, suffer anyway? So, what decisions are you going to make? Well, first of all, some people might say, right, get the thickest, warmest coat that you can get, the jacket, motorcycle jacket, whatever, and that's it. That would be great. The problem with that is that you're limited to like an on-off switch. You're either going to be cold without it, or toasty, or a bit too warm. And especially if it warms up a little bit later on during the day or on your ride, you're going to be baking hot. So you can go for the heavy duty clothing, of course you can. And you can go for, the branded stuff, of course you can. I'm not saying you shouldn't, and it's a really good idea if you do that, because you're getting the most appropriate clothing for the ride, and also it's going to keep you really warm. However, you can do this without all, the branded stuff and really heavy duty stuff, and it's called layering. Okay, so what you do, and I kind of looked at, when I was thinking about this many years ago, I actually looked away from motorcycling. I looked into mountaineering, I looked into cycling and things like that, and then say, well, how do they still remain mobile but can still keep their body heat and everything like that? And it's all about your chest and your core, I should say, and your extremities as well. It's all about layering. So instead of wearing something really big and bulky to keep you really warm, really hot or whatever, actually if you layer your clothing and use different types of thermal layering as well, then you'll still be really warm, but you won't be really big and bulky so that you can't move. That affects your mobility, especially when you're on a motorcycle. So you've got to look at that. Are you still mobile? Can you still move your arms and move your legs and move your body, all that kind of stuff? So for me, that's what I said. I looked into layering, and this is what I do now. If I'm going out, I'll layer up. I won't necessarily have a really big, heavy-duty coat. I mean, this is the motorcycle jacket that I wear during the winter months in the UK. It's not too thick. I mean, it's thickish, but it's not too thick. But it's no different, actually, from the jacket I wear all year round, which is a bit more lightweight. But it's underneath, I've got lots of layers. I've got a thermal layer, I've got a t-shirt, I've got a shirt, and I've got a jumper on as well, a thin jumper. Now these are thinner layers, I should say, never really thick layers, just thin layers, so that I can take off a layer if I need to, and I can regulate my temperature based upon the layers at which I'm wearing. Now, some people would say, well, that's the biggest load of nonsense, and how many layers are you going to take? Well, all I can say is that what works for me, and it has worked for many years, going out in all sorts of weather conditions, all sorts of temperatures, day and night. This is where, I found that keeping my core and my legs and my core that's where I really benefit by wearing the layers. So, and as I say, when I get to my destination, then I can still take off layers, once I'm in the warm, and, it works out a lot better that way. Okay, so another thing that all riders, we all suffer with, it's our hands and feet, the extremities really. So it's actually about keeping those warm during the winter months. Now, a lot of bikes, a lot of newer bikes these days, especially sort of this kind of style bike, will come in with heated grips. So, you know, there's a heating element in the grips itself, and, you know, you heat them up, and it keeps the inside of your hands really toasty, which is really nice. But also, you know, on these sorts of bikes, they've got these hand protectors, deflectors, and they actually not only protect the hands from kind of any kind of stones or anything that kick up, but also deflects the wind, so it kind of protects the outside of the hand as well. And it keeps that a little bit warmer. So that's really good. But, you know, if you haven't got heated grips, then you got to really look at possibly sometimes getting oversized gloves, layering up as well within the glove as well. That'll help. As I say, you can get, you know, gloves, different types of gloves with different ratings in warmth ratings as well, winter weights. You can get thermal linings. You can get, you can hook them up to, you know, a power pack, and there's a heating element that can do that as well. And they'll heat you up on the inside and the outside of the hand, which is, you know, obviously really good. So that's something to wear on. The boots, well, you know, your feet, well, you're a little bit, I mean, you can get heating elements obviously for your feet if that's what you really want to, but, you know, going up, layering up again, you know, multiple layers of socks, you know, 1, 2, 3 layers, whatever. But again, make sure it doesn't restrict your mobility as well. You know, so that's it. Now, you know, the flip side to this is, well, I'm not going to ride in the cold, I'm not going to ride in the winter. Well, okay, that's your prerogative, of course. But I'm saying, if you are going to do that, then you know, you can come out on a gloriously summer's day in the winter, but it's freezing cold. So then all you need to do is just layer up in your body, keep your core warm. You know, the rest of your body, keep it all covered up. Hands, feet, you know, lots of layers. If you've got some heated grips, fantastic. If you haven't, just, you know, get some good gloves on as well. Then you're looking at, you know, well, your hat, your head. Well, obviously you're going to be wearing a helmet, so that's not really an issue. But wearing neck scarves, you know, face masks, really good as well. Anyway, so hope you found this interesting. I know you think about it, you think, well, it's easy. I just put clothes on, don't I? You know, and I just wear really, you know, warm clothing for the winter. But you'd be surprised the amount of people that make mistakes when they go out riding, and they wear, you know, stuff that is either too big and bulky, too heavy, or they just don't wear enough, and that's why they get in trouble. You know, or you know, they really suffer on the bike. And again, this is down to an individual thing. You're going to have to work out what works best for you, and, you know, what your body can take as well. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give it a like, and you know, let me know what you think in the comment section below as well. It would be really interesting to hear how you keep warm on a motorcycle in the winter months as well. And please subscribe and hit the notifications bell as well. Okay, catch you on the next one. Cheers.